Hey, are you bored making the same old cards over and over again? This is the video for you. This video will inspire your creativity with a brand new fun fold. Hi, I'm Dawn with Dee Dee Creates Crafts, and my channel is here to encourage you, inspire you with simple, duplicatable designs that you will just love to recreate and recreate, especially if you're brand new. So tune in and let's get crafting. Turn you down, make sure you can see good. Let me turn my little baby cards up. I've got the horizontal card. I made this more masculine. Open it up, plenty of room to write a little note. And then this card is more vertical. Open this up, and I fussy cut a little design out of the paper just to add as the decoration. So I'll put both of these about right there. I want it still in view as we make our creations. All right, today's fun fold is part of my triangle series, which you'll find under playlist. So the step one, we want to take our 8.5 by 11 cardstock and score it in both directions. The first thing we're going to do is on the shorter side, we are going to score at 4 1/4. Then we're going to flip it halfway to the longer side, 11, and we are going to score it at, where's my square, 5 1/2. All right. Then what we do is we're going to line it up corner to corner on your paper cutter, paper trimmer, and you're going to cut. All right. And this will give you 2 base cards for your fun fold. So I'm going to put this aside because I have pre-cut all my pieces just so I can just kind of demonstrate with you. Let me do one more thing. I'm going to bring my paper trimmer back. To decorate, you need, this is step 3, 2 pieces of designer series paper, print paper, ideally 2 sides, and you're going to cut 4 by 5 1/4. So here is our, I apologize. Yeah, 4 by 5 1/4. So this is 4. This is 5 1/4. So then what we're going to do is cut it corner to corner. But here's the trick. Here's the, hey, pay attention to me right now. Take your base, and with your first print that you cut out, put it where it belongs. Because if I flip this over, look, it won't even fit up there unless I turn my card the other direction. So the pretty print's going to go right there. So you're going to cut this in one direction. So I want to lay this down this way and recognize that I now need to cut this corner to corner in this direction. So really, with your 2 pieces of cardstock, let me see if this one fits. No, I don't really have it. Yeah, this might fit a little bit. This one, let's say, pretend was 1 piece. We're going to cut it on the diagonal this way, where when we cut the second piece, we literally have to change the direction. So let me line my little guy up again. This I cut, obviously, this way. So now this one, I want to cut this way. So a little secret is I do grab my base, one of my bases, I put the main piece, this is my main piece that I want down, whether it be on top or bottom, so I know how and which direction to cut the second small piece of the decorative paper. So let me line her up, give her a little chop chop. There's a little bit of gold flakes in the center of the flowers, so now I can put my stripe paper right with it. And this paper, both these papers are part of the same family. So there's the back side of my stripe paper, and then the back side of that paper. So everything's beautiful and lovely. But if you forget and don't line it up and don't change the directions of your cut, all right, prepare to laugh. I have to show this to you. Look at all my one-directional triangles. What? I know, until I figured it out. These are my trials and errors. So I want you to have it flawless and make 2 cards right off the bat instead of making all my little baby mistakes. So now I can put that aside. And the main thing too is to make sure we crease the folds real good for our card. And we're gonna do this a couple more times. And now we're gonna adhere this down. Put my string aside. You can use glue, and that might be a little more forgiving. I'm gonna, for tonight, just use some dry adhesive, if you will. So I'm gonna open up my card. I see my little folds. I'm gonna eyeball this because I'm going to have a little bit of border all the way around our triangle. And that one will go this way. So I am gonna make sure, especially on our corners, that there's plenty of adhesive, right? So again, you don't push it down solid yet. Little bitty bit, line it up to where you want it. And then before you push and adhere it flat and solid as can be. So then let's test it. That's looking good. The inside, so this is going to be step 4, is to cut this 4 by 5 1/4, exact same as your print paper that we cut in step 3. And this is going to get adhered down on the inside. Now you can either fussy cut a little flower out of your pattern paper and glue it down. You can come back and stamp. You can make your cards horizontal. You can make your cards vertical. I mean, the world is your oyster with these fun triangle cards. So let's go ahead and adhere our inside white piece down. That is going to be where we write our message. Now, if you were going to do some stamping, I would recommend you stamp before you adhere it down. In case you make a mistake, then you can just flip your white paper over. Now it's time to decorate. I'm going to burnish this down a little bit more. And your step 5 is literally just to decorate. So I have pre-cut some labels, if you will, and I want to teach you a little trick, and I've done this before. It's the exact same size label, but let me show you how to make a border. Do the same size label, cut it in a different pattern or solid color, and cut it right in half. Then what we're going to do, put some adhesive on both inside pieces, and then we're going to layer this part over it. So you're really lengthening your label, and you're adding some pretty to it. I'm really trying to make sure it's about the same distance. I feel like that's a little, there I go. Look how much that adds. Same color package family. And that's what it looks like on the back. I mean, how cool is that? So then what I want to do is come in with some decorations. I just on the print paper again, with die cuts, cut some branches. So let's adhere this down. Let's put some, let me see how far across I need to go. Okay, I'm okay. I mostly want it on that side. So let's go ahead and put some branches. We're going to decorate here, if you will. Let's see if I want that. Yeah, do I? Yeah. So this is just one die that I literally just cut the actual die. Hold on. Doing it this way, that's kind of pretty too. I'm going to do that. I literally just cut the die in pieces so that I get a little more bang for my buck. But look how beautiful that's looking, just setting it up so pretty, don't you think? And I've got us a little butterfly, and I am going to stamp a little sentiment on my label here. You don't have to, but I would like to. So I'm just going to do it. All right, I need a little more ink. I do always, when I stamp, especially with sentiments, tend to do a couple practice stamps, if you will, until I feel like I've got it right. I know the amount of pressure to apply. I know I have enough ink on it. So you don't have, you could do it once, you could do it multiple times, totally up to you, totally up to you. All right, so this little guy, I've also made us a butterfly. I do want some glue because I'm just gonna put some glue on the body and bend his wings a little bit, and then it'll look a little like it's flying, little three-dimensional, cute, 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 right? And then I'm gonna see where we want it on our card because I'm gonna add a bow. Where do I want my bow? I'm gonna put it right there, I think. Do I want it up here? No, looks ridiculous. So let's go ahead, get us a glue dot, put the glue dot on our bow. And I'm gonna put the bow just above all my pretty branches. And then let me just eyeball where I want it. I am not going to use, let me see about to there. What was I gonna say? I am not going to use dimensionals. All right, I did good. I wanted to make sure there's no adhesive on this side, so when I close my card, it'll open and not seal itself shut. And then, where's our little butterfly? Did I knock him off? I did. All right, there we go. So I want to add a little bitty bit of bling, just to make it a little fancy, fancy. Ah, there it goes. So let's put this up here near the butterfly. Yep, we're gonna put it right there. And always use odd numbers when you are using some bling. And a triangle is very, very appealing to the eye when you're using bling. I think I'll put it right there. And we can give it a little more of a crease. And this card is finished. Beautiful. What do you think? You love it? It's kind of plain Jane on the inside, so I might need a stamp or maybe even a little branch glued down. And then we've got this one. I made a birthday card, very, very similar. And then I've got my horizontal card I made for men, more of a masculine card. And then a super duper fun card, which I put a little stripe of fabric. Oh, I have it upside down. How funny is that? So do you prefer, I want you to tell me in the comments, do you prefer the vertical or do you prefer the horizontal? And do you tend to make, the other thing I'm curious about, do you tend to make more feminine cards or more masculine cards? So I need to know that, which vertical, horizontal, feminine, masculine. That's what I need you to know. What I need to know, and then share with everybody else in our DD Creates Crafts community. Let me hold it up. Yeah. If you had fun, if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, hit the boop button, which is the like button. Just go boop with your little finger and hit the like button. Remember to leave me a comment of your favorite, the vertical or horizontal, feminine, masculine, and I will see you next time. Oh, before I go, I want to tell you, if you liked this triangle, I have an entire triangle series on my playlist. And the next video you need to watch, let me look down, Simple Card Design Anyone Can Make. That is the title of the video you need to watch next. Simple Card Design Anyone Can Make. It is part of my triangle series.